The MLB is horrified of this. As not only are the Toronto Blue Jays on an absolute tear right now, they are doing things that we have never seen before. Production up and down the lineup, up and down the pitching rotation, up and down the bullpen. It is truly insane to witness. And the Jays today have tied Blue Jays history and continue to make history. We're going to break down exactly what that is, discuss what this means going forward as we are witnessing something truly special, folks. But before we get into it all, make sure to hit that subscribe button. You guys have been absolute beasts with the support. We also have some interesting updates at the end of the video. You're going to want to stay tuned till the end. But again, you guys have been beasts with the support. So thank you guys for that. Let's dive right into the video. What a day. The Jays have made history today. They have now tied the franchise record for home wins in a row with 10, folks. And this is truly something that we're enjoying it as Jays fans. And let's dive into the game a little bit today. I mean, the story of today's game was both the offense and the pitching staff. And yesterday, of course, it was, an interesting game. But today, you're coming out looking for a sweep. And the biggest thing heading into this series following the All-Star break was how this team was going to respond prior to losing 2 in a row against the Athletics. They responded great, and it was on the back of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Finally, let's dive right into it. Clement, 1 for 5. George Springer went 2 for 4 with the home run. He is unbelievable right now. His OPS is approaching 900, getting himself nice and hot before the New York Yankees series starts tomorrow. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 2 for 3. Bichette, 2 for 4. And I want to stop there for a second and focus on a couple things. In yesterday's game, we saw that this Toronto Blue Jays team got carried by the bottom 5 hitters. The bottom 5 hitters got all of the RBIs rather for the Jays yesterday. Today, polar opposite. You look at the RBIs, there's 6, 7, 8. Berger with a home run. He had 2 RBIs. Kirk, Bichette, Vladdy. And that's the insane part of this team. In days and games where your top guys are off a little bit, the bottom guys step up. Today, the top of the lineup goes absolutely ham. The bottom guys didn't do bad necessarily, but they weren't really, producing as well, especially against a lefty. And this team is just horrifying to play against. They don't strike out. They battle. And even in a game where the pitching staff was a little bit off, especially with the bullpen, Berríos had some unluckiness and, lost a few guys. They remain absolutely insane. And you can see here Berger as well with a nice 2-run home run. You have Alejandro Kirk even getting on the board with an RBI. It is truly an insane thing to witness. And again, the biggest part of this, of everything here, even David Schneider contributing with 2 walks. I want to give him some credit as well. But it's they don't strike out. The pitchers, on the Blue Jays side haven't been walking any batters. They're playing a clean brand of baseball, and the pitching staff struggled a little bit tonight. We can dive right into it. Berríos went 5 2/3, gave up 4 runs, and there was an inning there where they were teetering, like heavily teetering. They go up 7-2, and then they let them score a bunch of runs, and they bring it back to 7-6 after one of the innings. Braden Fisher, a rare off night. He's been one of the best relievers in baseball, one of the best relievers in the Jays. He gives up 2 runs, doesn't even get an out, right? So you're thinking, okay, what are you going to do next? Justin Brule comes in. He gets the job done, even though he gives up 2 hits. Him and Tommy Nance, right? And Tommy Nance was the star of the show today. 1 2/3 inning, gets 5 outs, strikes out 3. And in a game where you used Jeff Hoffman yesterday, your bullpen's wavering a little bit. They desperately need to add an arm at the trade deadline. And the trade deadline's literally a week and a half away. You need to add an arm. Tommy Nance was the savior today. He went and really got them through the bridge gap between, the middle innings and their high leverage reliever, which ultimately was Yariel Rodriguez. And he deserves all the credit in the world. And I also want to, of course, give credit to José Berríos, who had a really solid game as well. Gave up 4 runs, struggled a little bit, but it was fine. This team is just doing, I can't remember the last time a team has been this complete to where you go down early. Okay, you go down early, you're fine. The offense is going to come back. You go down 1-0 in the top of the first because David Schneider loses a ball in the sky and then a short bloop single scores a run. You're thinking, okay, this Jays team is going to come back. They're going to push. They're going to win the game. They do. You get 7 runs. And then, of course, the Giants push back as they would. They're on their heels. And then the Jays push back again. The pitching staff gets it done, and they get 2 2/3 inning. Really, 3 innings straight of scoreless ball to end the game, and that's what you need. And 7 pitches for Yariel Rodriguez to get the save. And in a game where Jeff Hoffman probably wasn't available, yesterday he pitched against the Giants, you still get the job done, but he gets it done on 7 pitches. So now he's available for tomorrow. And John Schneider played this extremely well because he didn't use any of his super high leverage arms. I mean, used Braden Fisher a little bit, but you now, probably don't have, Tommy Nance available tomorrow, maybe not Justin Brule or Braden Fisher, but regardless of that, you have most of your high leverage guys available. Brendan Little wasn't used. Yariel Rodriguez will certainly be available tomorrow because he wasn't, we assume he'll be available tomorrow. Only 7 pitches. Maybe they'll, play it safe. But regardless, And then you're going in against the Yankees where Jeff Hoffman's available. It's going to be crucial. They are 15-5 in the last 20 games. They have swept 3 of their last 5 series. And the Giants are a good team, right? They're not a bad team by any means. Their offense isn't great. Their pitching, is pretty good. Logan Webb, of course, Robbie Ray today. They managed to sweep this series against really, really good pitchers. And it does not get any easier. Like looking ahead, you have the gauntlet, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon against the Yankees. Then you play Tarek Skubal. That's why this series meant so much. And if this team ends up having a rough series against the Yankees or a rough series against the Tigers, it's not going to be great, but it's not going to be the end of the world because you're sweeping series and games that you need to win. And they put themselves 18 games, I believe it is now, above 500 or 17 games. It's such a crucial point of the season, and they're winning the games. Now, the nerves are going to set in for tomorrow's series because that is a massive, massive series. It is a 3-game set against the Yankees. Assuming the Yankees win, as of the time right now, they're up as the time of recording. Assuming they win, the Jays will be 3 games up of the New York Yankees. So if they get swept this series, they're tied at first in the AL East. If they can win the series, my goal for the Yankee series, just win it. You win it, you're at least up 5 games, which would obviously be crucial. They're now, 17 games above 500, so 58-41. Yankees are in town for 3 games. And the good news is the Jays are playing at home. They had a lengthy road trip before the All-Star break, and now they're playing at home where they've been absolutely dominant. Bichette's way better at home. A lot of the pitchers are way better at home. Vladdy's way better at home, or hopefully will be way better at home. It is a terrifying series ahead, quite frankly, because we're at the point of the year now where it's not early anymore. The trade deadline's approaching. We're over halfway through the season. All these different things. I am not only a little bit scared for the Yankees, not because I'm scared of the team, but this series means a ton. If you go out and you win against the Yankees, you don't have to sweep like last time, but you win the series, you're in fantastic shape. And then you play a very tough Detroit Tigers team to where you're right on their heels as well. This is going to be a crucial series and might even be getting some reinforcements back with Dalton Varsho here soon as well to help them down the stretch. But folks, this is going to be a crazy, crazy rest of the season. They've positioned themselves fantastically, better than any of us could have ever imagined, at least myself, like 70 games above 500 with over 100 games played or 99 games played, whatever it is. I am ecstatic. I feel great. The MLB is like pitchers and opposing announcers are going out in the broadcast and saying this team never strikes out. They're so hard to play against. It's nice to finally have that happen. And a huge shout out to Tommy Nance again, and an even bigger shout out to John Schneider. He's been managing this team beautifully. He's been managing the bullpen beautifully. Is there times where he could be better? Sure. But it's games like this where you really test the manager's, skill. Berríos left early. You're not really early, but 89 pitches. He was struggling a bit. You go through, you win a game to sweep the series where you're not only playing for this game, you want to kind of save as many arms as possible, especially once going up 7-2 against a crucial New York Yankees series. Most of your relievers are rested. Vladdy, if he can continue to hit like he did today and get in a hot streak, this is going to be a terrifying series for the other team, and I'm excited to watch it all the way through. More videos coming, folks. Moves are coming. Everything's coming. You guys are fantastic. You guys are beasts. We'll see you guys later. Cheers. Thank you for watching.